I am moments away from revealing the ultimate SLS GT3 race car for the street. New livery revealed right now. Before we do that, let's go back in time for a second. 2 years ago, I had a dream to build the ultimate GT3 race car for the street. I wanted to build the Bentley Continental to be luxury on the inside, sport on the outside. And my first step in that direction, I almost got scammed $80,000. That's right, I was this close to wiring the money, I would have been screwed right away. But I overcame that, and I set out to find the ultimate Bentley, which I did. So I had the car, and M Sport agreed to sell me one kit. They make the actual kit for Bentley. It was like $90,000 at first, but then it needed the brackets, needed all these things. Turned out to be about $120,000. Fortunately, as we discovered, it wasn't gonna work. Too much would have to change. The engine lowered, the air suspension ripped out, software issues, and I knew right away it was gonna take years to do right, and I didn't wanna do that. Then I lost interest. But then my best friend surprised me with a 2011 Mercedes SLS, and he already found and ordered the GT3 Widebody carbon kit. My dream finally came true. And there it is, it's done. My dream GT3 Widebody SLS is complete with a brand new livery. I can't wait to show you guys. And I want to dedicate this build in this car to the scammer in Germany who tried to steal from me on the first build. You tried to win, but you lost. And the real winner is under this cover right now. So without further ado, let's get to business. I brought in Guy as a helper for this, Jason, because he runs the place. And right now, if you guys go to the back, let's do the rear reveal. You can peel it back. But I'm really pumped for this, you guys. I designed this from my brain with Jason's help.
1, 2, 3.
Boom. Our first Martini inspired livery here at Daily Driven Exotics. There's a lot of details here, there's a lot going on, and to properly show you guys, I'm gonna ask my friend Jason, who I sent you a photo of a car and left you with that. That was it. So let's come to the side here for a second. Obviously inspiration is race car. So there's race car elements on here, which we'll go over in a minute, but it is a Martini inspired livery. We obviously can't use Martini's logo or name, so we use DDE, but the artwork and all that's inspired by an actual race car. And Jason really went to the upper echelons of detail, far more than my brain can handle. Now I will say this just quickly. The wheels from the L13, I had something they've never done before. There's a lot of detail. In fact, the powder coating process is a 4-stage process. I'll give you a hint what I'm doing. They're not done yet. Probably 2 or 3 days. So I borrowed Evan's GTR wheels. So it's not gonna look as janky. Now, it doesn't look great right now. So ignore the wheels. I also have a brand new suspension on the way. So the next video, we'll do wheels and suspension. But in the meantime, this is full livery reveal. So don't go anywhere for the next video. Make sure you subscribe right now to the channel and pay attention and follow along for the complete build of this car. We also have exhaust coming, we have headers, and some other surprises. So tune in, boys and girls. Romance me, Jason. Take me all over the car.
Yes.
Date me.
Yes.
Buy me dinner first.
Date the car, date you.
Whatever you want, man. Whatever you're into. It is California.
But for them, we're gonna date the car right now. So yes, this is the iconic Martini livery, which is shocking that in over the past 8 years that we haven't done it on the DD car. So this is iconic. A lot of people have been wanting to see it, and lucky for you, Dave, it's on your SLS. Stock body, you have the carbon fiber wide body on there. So what we did first is we wrapped the whole car white just to make it all be cohesive and all the same panel. And then we went through, and one of the things that Damon's really preferred over the years is, instead of leaving it carbon fiber for the vents, went through and wrapped each and every one of those vents out, just so you really have to look at it up close to see the detail.
You said, should we have the vents exposed? Because these louvers right here and right here are all obviously raw carbon. And my first thought was it would look patchy.
Yeah, it'd be too big of like blocks on there. So if you look up close, you'll see it's got the raw carbon that's exposed, but overall, 5 feet away, it looks a lot better having them wrapped white. With all the white done, we had to go through and execute the actual stripes on the car. So the Martini stripe that goes from the front to the back of the car, and then the side one. Side one is super tricky to do. You've seen Martini liveries done in quite a few different configurations. You challenge us with this kit. It starts with the front wheel, comes to the back. This area is pinched in. We only had this much real estate to use, versus cutting it across the door, it would look silly. So oftentimes you see that on like the 918s, on the other Porsches, where you have this fat stripe. On the SLS, this is how it came through, and then we tied it all the way to the back taillight, and I think it kind of flows natural.
Yeah, it looks really good, and this was a big detail. How many times did you have to actually redo that stripe?
We probably did that stripe about 10 times. This stripe is gonna lay one way, and then when you lay it on the car, right? You have to reschedule it on there.
Because this is the wide body. You can see the seam right here between the carbon wide body and the factory panel. Yeah. And did you design that in the computer, or did you hand stripe this, or how'd this go on?
No, so Brian did this online with the design program, and then this is printed. So all this is one piece.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as cool as it would be to hand pinstripe it, it would have been a nightmare, and also durability-wise, it wouldn't have been good. Martini stripes were on, the top stripe, the side stripe, and then we left some areas that were exposed carbon, like this inlay right here, just to give it a little bit more definition. And then also like the side skirt, this is carbon fiber, which ties in the carbon front lip, the carbon canard, and the carbon diffuser.
Yep, and it's all raw carbon, as Jason said, so you can see it has a bit of a hue to it, just like the Squadra Corsa, but this is the real deal raw carbon.
Yeah. It's aggressive looking, and there's a few ways that we could have configured this rear diffuser. This was always going to stay carbon, but we could have done something different with the spats. I think ultimately this was the move. It kind of shows how aggressive that rear end is.
Dude, I love it. I love you can actually see a reflection of the livery on the trunk lid underneath the spoiler.
Yeah.
So we've got August Motor Cars on the back, which is cool. Our sponsor, our homies up in Kelowna. Also, a little hit right there with the GT3 next to the SLS.
Yeah. How to do something a little extra special, just like the BMW drift car, we did something similar. And then this is where you kind of separate the men from the boys. Oh. All the small details, stuff like this were rock form. We really went into the SLS challenge car and mimicked where that color placement was. So if you see that car online, you'll see that the colors are executed the same way.
It looks really cool. And rock form has been a huge helper. They also protect your phone.
Don't throw the wing though.
You have to throw it on the wing. They'll damage the wing and not the phone.
Yes. So we got the rock form on there. We got obviously Expel logo on the back because the car is ceramic coated. We got, of course, Auto Allies on here. This is the same location as I think the fuel door on the race car. So it kind of ties into that. Dave's name at the top, of course, because this is your car.
So I'm also my own co-pilot, which is pretty exciting. That's my split personality right there.
Just you.
Normally it would say, actually I almost should put Damon Fryer on this side. I can go passenger.
Maybe.
My uncle is David Coulter, actually. I'll get him to come out.
That's why I did it.
There we go. It's a family reunion. Haven't seen him in 20 years. This is how we're going to make that happen.
Out of the way.
I really love, by the way, so just some details right here. Obviously, the gold on the wing for rock form.
Yeah.
And here on the logo ties in nicely. And the mirrors, that hit of red. What color is this called?
That's printed red, actually.
Really?
So there's no specific red that we use.
No sh. It's a very, on camera it shows a bit differently. In person, it's a bit more of a pastel. But the way it pops off the white looks really, really, really good.
Yeah. It works out well with the Martini livery, and it kind of ties in all the other red accents. Which brings it to the big one. We did not do Martini here. We did the DDE branding, and took some time to get the proportions right, and that's why you see it over this door handle. It needs to be centered on the door. It would have looked odd to have it up front here. So I'm really happy with how that came out.
I like it. I like how you guys cut into the door. And when the car locks, that door handle recesses. So that's why it sits like that right now. And a huge thank you to our sponsor, Legends. They actually made this car happen. If you guys want to check it out, there's a link in the description right now. You can play for absolute free. They've got everything from slots to sports, you name it. If you love that experience, link in description.
It's a good placement for Legends on there. And then of course we've got Dave's number 33, which is on the doors, the windshield, and the back.
And this is inspired from the race car.
It is. So it's actually where it lights up to show
how do I get that?
The place. Can't do that. We have stickers, even better.
That's illegal, isn't it? Have lights in the windshield. It's probably a bit distracting too.
Yeah.
We'll see how, I mean, it looks really cool. I don't think that'll be an issue for drivability. We'll find out in my first drive. Yeah. Form over fashion, or fashion over form, or whatever the saying is. And in the front, I love this. So you have some, because race car details, we have the toe, and over here we have the actual cutoffs for electricity and whatnot that race cars would normally have. We're a street car, we're not gonna go that far. And the front, tell me the inspiration for how you wrap the front here.
Yeah, so kind of taking notes off of the SLS GT3, same thing. We had the front end remain exposed carbon, and then we could have left this carbon, but I think this kind of ties in the mouth better with it white. And then of course the canard stayed carbon. And then these three uprights actually hold it together to keep it in place. So that way when you're driving down the road, it's not gonna wanna flop around. And it also, your body shop did a great job on retaining the radar system.
Oh yeah, dude, they actually put in the, no, it's not factory, but it's the aftermarket radar detector, as well as the parking sensors were drilled into the bumper, and they all work. When you drive a car this long, you have no, when you're driving and you pull into a parking spot, you have no idea where the front of your car is. And as you can imagine, that's expensive.
It's a massive front end as well.
It is massive. Like, this is a mid-engine car, and I've said it a few times in the videos driving this car, I had no idea that SLS drove as well as it does.
Yeah.
Like,
Mercedes.
It is, well, it's just the way it's balanced, the power's, like everything about it is really well executed, and I feel like it's a sleeper. I feel that this may have been our biggest financial mistake ever, modifying an SLS, because it has the gull wing doors, it's controversial, it's rare, and they'll never do it ever again. All the things, plus it's an NAV8, the last NAV8 made by Mercedes at the time. So And it's all the things from a collector perspective. This could be $1 million car in the not too distant future. Look at Murcielagos. Sometimes there's cars that are super dismissed Countachs, then all of a sudden one day people wake up and go, oh, demand exceeds supply, and next thing you know, prices go up. Now, this one obviously not being a collector car won't have the same appreciation. However, Angie at Carporn Racing is only making so many kits. The kits are hard to get, there's a wait list for them. So there are people out there that would pay a premium to get a GT3 version of an SLS to drive on the street. This is the only one in North America. Angie built one in the Philippines. And there's this one. That's it. So it's one of 2 on the planet. Now she's gonna make a few more kits. I don't know how many. And Angie decided tomorrow that she's not gonna sell them. She might say, you know what? Dave has one, I have one. Maybe that's enough. I don't know, that's up to Angie. I didn't get into this build because I wanted to have an investment in a collector car. I did it because I've always wanted to have a GT3 car on the street that meets the things that I love, which is luxury. Yes, the Bentley is far more luxury, but I can tell you one thing with all honesty. This drives so much better and so much more fun than the Bentley. The Bentley was luxurious, but it was very luxurious, way more than sport. This is nice and it's comfortable, but it's actually fun to drive. It'd be fun on the track, it's great for road trips. And there's a few more things we have to get done, which is obviously the wheels. We talked about that earlier. So AL13 wheels, they're almost done. I have half ceramics right now, so in the front, we're ceramic.
Front heavy right now.
We're balling. I'm just waiting for calipers because the ones I bought didn't fit. So I ordered calipers. They'll be here next week. So we'll do ceramic in the rear, obviously wheels, then we have suspension and exhaust. As far as power goes, Alex Gantani mentioned doing the twin turbo kit, so I'll entertain that. But here's what I want. I want this car to be the car I can put all the miles on and take everywhere. And who knows, you know, Damon and I have a lot of international stuff planned. This is a car that will go on a container or an airplane and will experience the world. A lot of you guys watch. In fact, half of our audience is outside of North America. That's half of you watching right now and don't live in North America. And I love people to bring you guys the cars and come meet you and do events like that. So when we build these cars, we think about how could this car survive in multiple environments without access as easy to certain repair facilities and whatnot. The one thing we'll have to figure out as I look at it is the GT3s always sit with high wheel arches, and we really can't lower this car, like maybe 1/4 of an inch. We are gonna modify the suspension with something a lot more sporty and adjustable than the factory, but I don't know, because like, yeah, we've got some wheel gap, but with the bigger wheels, it's a lot better than the other wheels, and with the new wheels coming, they're designed for this kit in this car, so it'll make a big difference. However, the side skirts I've already bottomed out one time. The rear diffuser's low, but in the front, right? Factory ride height, dude.
It sticks out really far.
It just sticks out far, so your pendulum pivot point isn't helpful for any kind of bumps. Like driveways, you're going hard sideways. So I'll have to call Angie and order a spare front lip. It will be considered a consumable. In fact, when we travel internationally, I might have to bring a few of those with me.
So here's what I like about the car. Definitely the kit, just because it widens the car so much. These canards are literally crazy. You could eat off of these things. And I would say the wing. The wing makes a huge difference. I mean, besides what the 720 GTR, no other car really has a wing like this in the fleet.
It's pretty big. You know, we talked about doing a bigger wing, but I think this ties in really well. You know, some things don't need to be huge, right? Some things don't have to be huge.
Don't put the camera on me.
So I think it's time now to take it for a drive.
Absolutely.
That's what we do here at DV.
Look at this, it's full race car, but here's the best part. Door goes up and full factory.
Oh yeah. You know what's funny? I forgot the doors go up. Right?
Part.
That makes this thing look way more crazy and dramatic.
That's nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Hey, it looks like a race car now.
Yeah.
And I think those details, Jason, like the number on the windshield, will definitely confuse people.
Yeah.
They're thinking like, you just come off the track. I'm like, no, it's a Mercedes.
That's the goal.
Now I wonder what Mercedes thinks of this. Because this is their, in a way, halo car, definitely of the 2000s.
I mean, it's executed really well, but sometimes you got haters out there.
I'll have to go find some purists and get their opinion.
Yeah, purists will hate this.
All right, let's get this thing on the highway. Oh, back in the cockpit. This is actually derived from an F-16 fighter jet. A lot of inspiration. If you go on Wikipedia, lots of fun facts about the SLS. Yeah. Pretty neat car. And the actual hinges have explosives in them, so if you roll over, they pop off. I'm not joking. That's an actual fact. Pyrotechnic hinges.
Oh, you're talking about in a rollover.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like explosives, like James Bond stuff.
No, not yet. We're gonna get there. And to start it. Oh yeah. Oh, into maintenance. Forget all that. We'll go to the dealership. I'm sure they'll love this. Oh, we also have to go to a gas station. Apparently there's no fuel in it.
Every time you bring your car in, never has fuel.
So Place to save money.
Never
I don't
fails.
think the van has.
Leave your money in the bank, not in the gas tank.
Audra, taking up to Monterey last year, got in the car for the first time. No gas.
Is that before or after you destroyed the rear splitter?
I watched the videos back, it was destroyed before that.
You just finished it off for me?
Anything you need.
It's officially the first drive in the GT3 Widebody SLS with the Martini inspired livery. And here's why I love this car. It looks crazy. It's got the wide body, all the things, but it drives like it did when I first bought it. It drives really good. And that's important because at DDE we like to drive the cars more than stare at them. In fact, all I want to do right now is just drive back to Canada or wherever and put on 1,000 more miles on this thing. It really is what these cars are built to do. It's what Damon started the channel on. That's why I was inspired by it, is having the ability to own these cars is one thing, but actually drive them and appreciate them with mileage, what they're built to do. So many rich guys buy all these crazy cars, they don't drive them because they're investment pieces. But you know what? Life is short. It's too short to drive boring cars is a slogan that we like to use. One of many fuel stops. As I mentioned earlier, car drives amazing, looks amazing. I'm really pumped for our next modification. So in the next vlog, we're gonna do wheels, we'll do suspension. And then I have right now a custom exhaust being built full with 4 different options. Valvetronic made me 4 different options for noise using different cross pipes and different center sections. And you can test out to figure out what you wanna get right, which is really exciting because the exhaust is really important, especially with this big, beautiful, naturally aspirated V8. It can sound good, it can also sound bad if you wanna get it right. It won't be high pitched like a 599 by any means, but you can make it sound just really mean. Yeah, I'm so happy right now. I'm so satisfied. And it's not often to get satisfied in this day and age. All these things hitting us, all this dopamine hits on social media, but to have something that you've envisioned for so long finally done. And I was gonna do this livery on the Bentley GT3. In fact, I've got renders I had done 2 years ago of this. And dare I say it actually looks better on the SLS. Especially now that it's out in public here at the gas station. Like, take a minute and take all that in. Even with these OEM GTR wheels, it's not bad, but trust me, the wheels are designed. Are they controversial? Maybe, but so am I, so let's see what happens. Oh, this is like, we're not speeding obviously, but it's like having a little racetrack that banks up like this. Some NASCAR action for you guys. Oh, look at that with the stripe in the front. How epic is that shot? And how epic is that freaking traffic? We're headed straight into the traffic. We need to get out of Los Angeles and go somewhere, some really nice driving roads. I'm not sure what tires Evan's running. Oh, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Don't worry, we have some proper Cup 2s going on the new L13 wheels. In the meantime, we can burn Evan's tires because it costs us nothing. What do you think?
Dude, this is sick.
You like it? Hop in.
Dude, this is dope.
Ask Anthony to watch the front. Let's go for a drive.
Let's do it.
Anthony! Wait till you see what's next for this bad boy.
I don't like it. I love it. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I like the wide body.
You don't say a whole lot, but when you talk, it's pretty interesting.
I like how you did the 33 and like the kind of like the time.
That's all my idea. That's all my idea.
Yeah.
It wasn't Jason. Jason had no input. I was like, Jason says I want it. No, Jason did all that. I sent him a picture saying I want this. And he goes, how involved do you want to be in the details? And I said, I've already stopped reading your messages, Jason. Just do it. Which he knows me. These dogs we know here.
They're the neighborhood dogs.
So the neighborhood dogs?
Yeah, they're pretty chill.
Homeboy's sitting right in the middle of the road.
Oh, they won't move either.
Really?
No, they won't move. Look.
Hey, puppy. Hi, sweetie. Hi, sweetie. You a good girl? Hi. Hi. Oh, what a nice puppy.
She's just a lazy puppy.
Oh, who's that?
Oh yeah, that one's not nice.
That one's not nice.
That's why he's tied up.
Oh, get out of here. Hold on, where'd she go?
She's right there. You're good.
I'm good?
Yeah, you're good.
Only in Compton. Have you been in the SLS yet?
No, never.
Dude,
This thing is sick.
I couldn't be happier. It all started from a con artist trying to scam me on a kid. There's more dogs for the Bentley GT3, and here we are now, rolling. A few things left, a few mods left, Isaiah, but we're almost there. And all I want to do now is drive.
You know what's crazy to me? How sometimes things don't work out for a certain reason. So for example, like when you first bought your gated Gallardo, it was sad to see that go.
Dude, you were an OG fan. I love Isaiah for that and the fact that he's been watching the videos before I was watching the videos.
Yep. I've been watching for a long time.
So keep that story going,
So you know how you were like, that was your dream car. You wanted the gated Gallardo.
Yes, yep.
And you had it for what, a week maybe?
20 days.
20 days? And then you got rear-ended and it sucked. It sucked really bad. I think, at least for me, didn't have any hope after that. But dude, you came back harder with this freaking Squadra Corsa, and you got the Super Trofeo kit, right?
Yep.
And that's like better than any Gallardo you could ever ask for.
The best you can possibly. It worked out so well. And I remember, I'm not gonna lie to you, like when the car got hit, I was teary-eyed. Like,
Yeah.
I had just gotten divorced. I was literally, let's get personal for a second. I had separated from my wife 2 weeks before that video was shot. So I was now trying to find somewhere to live. I had a baby, my daughter was like 2 years old, and all the stuff I had to deal with that. And then I had this dream car that was so much money, especially at that point in my life. It still is a lot now, but at that point it was like driving $1 million car. And I felt like I was so lucky, privileged, like, nothing will beat that feeling. And then when I got smashed up, I was like, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I let it go, and then Damon had found the Squadra Corsa months before, and we all thought it was a scam because the guy was awful at communicating. But then I got that car for 205,000 Canadian dollars.
That's insane.
Which at the time would have been about 140 USD. Like, it was a steal. And yeah, you know, it's been amazing. It's got 70,000 kilometers now, and I'll never sell that car. In fact, I have an update on that car.
I hope not. Now same thing with the Bentley GT3 kit. It sucks how like you really wanted that car, but it just took so long. Dude, you got this car done so fast.
Well, that's all thanks to Damon, to be honest.
Dude, you got this done so fast. Like, I'm surprised at how fast the turnaround was on this car.
And some people were saying like, oh, you know, Dave got the car and Damon got the better version of it. The truth is, this car originally was gonna be for Damon. He's like, I want to build one too. Then he saw it wasn't working out, so he gave me this opportunity to build this car after we figured the Bentley wouldn't work. And he wanted an investment car, but this, not to bash the Black Series, but this is way crazier than the Black Series. Like,
Yeah, without a doubt.
I would take this over the Black Series because
Without a doubt.
it's a third the price. I can put miles on it and not worry about it, and it's very, the story is there.
Yeah.
So anyways, Damon, if you're watching this, thank you for not only bringing me in the company, but giving me all these doors to open. And here I am now driving around in the SLS, and the truth is, I miss parts of this business that haven't been there in a long time. I miss driving, I miss road trips, I miss adventure, and that's coming. That's why we're rushing to build these cars. That's why Garage 11 is closed, because the future of DDE is the future that you guys enjoy the most, and I know that. I know you guys love the gumball rallies. There's a lot of other rallies we want to do, but also just traveling the world doing crazy. This car will not stay on this continent. It doesn't drive around LA and go to a base meet. As much as I enjoy those things and all the base boys, it's time to get back to the crazy the wild, how did you get there, how did you do that, what's gonna happen? And I miss that. I miss hitting record on a video and not knowing what's gonna happen next, which is exactly where we're going. Big bump! Ugh. I saw it, I closed my eyes, I was so scared of that one.
Yeah, that one comes at you pretty fast.
It's got like 580 NA horsepower. What do you think? Twin turbo or supercharger? What's it need?
Oh my god.
Brakes are good too.
Wow.
This is factory,
insane.
this is factory exhaust, factory suspension, has a body kit, and everything else is straight from Mercedes. They built this car 15 years ago for old white men, and I had no idea it was this much fun.
Ooh, dude, this thing is great. I think as much as we love our turbochargers, DDE is known for our superchargers, man.
Or,
Like,
does it need more power?
You can never have enough.
I can use a bit more. We
Yeah.
can do a bit more. Alex and Tony has a few ideas for us. There comes Kyle. Sorry. What was the absolute worst way? Why did I do this to myself? You lost the camera, okay. There's a way to do this. And I don't remember the way. Hold on. Go right here.
Dude, this is rough. Dude, look how deep that is. Wow.
Don't worry, it's gonna be louder.
Wow.
I teased the audience earlier. We have 4 exhaust options coming to test out to find that right tone.
Ooh.
That'll be in hopefully a week or so.
Well, I can't wait to hear that. That'll be insane. Ooh.
Now, right now, the temptation is to go to donuts. This thing will break. Everyone's like, SLSs, great cars, do not rip donuts all day long on them. And I can't control myself. So, we're gonna...
Oh yeah, that's nice. Like, the video does not do justice on how good it sounds from the factory. Like,
Oh yeah, dude, like, if I had known this years ago, because remember, before COVID, these were half the price. Like, you could buy these things for like mid-100, like 140, 160 Canadian, like 100 grand US. I always thought, yeah, they're cool, the doors go up, they're old, boring Mercedes mission. That's my fault for not being curious about it. Then I drove it and I was like, oh, the SLS is being slept on, which is why I believe the value of these cars are gonna go up, right up there. There is, you guys. And guess what? I have a whole merch line for this car. Ooh. In fact, I'll give you a little secret. If you want to have like a skateboard deck with a DD car on it, pretty soon you can collect the whole collection of all the cars on a skateboard deck. Lots of things coming very, very, very soon. It won't take months to do this. It's going to take a couple weeks, and you'll be able to buy a full merch drop that matches this car. So comment below. You pumped about this livery? Did I do a good job picking how I picked it? It's our first time doing the Martini style livery, and I honestly, and PFS killed it. Like, Jason took everything he designed, the shape and everything like that. So I have to give credit to Jason at PFS. But goddamn, dude, like even the roof. Have we showed the roof yet?
The roof looks nice.
Ugh. How it even cuts into the doors? Because this is the seam for the door right here. The rock from the back.
So details like that.
I have a question for you. Do we paint these emblems black or leave them silver? Everyone does black, which is why I haven't done that yet. And I'm curious, and I listen to you guys and I read the comments if you have feedback on that. So we left this, that's actually factory SLS right in the front.
Oh wow.
Silver with the chrome, but so is the race car. So you would think, oh, you do it black, but I'm not sure yet. It's a bit different. And then also, it's a GT3 car, so normally you would do these yellow. I have bad night vision, and driving yellow headlights at night sucks.
Not ideal.
It's not ideal, but it looks like Damon's Murcielago.
Yeah. Ironically, it would actually look really good next to the Fina livery on the Mercy.
Oh,
dude, those two together actually would look crazy.
we have the technology and the steady hands to make that happen right now.
Even the Auto Allies logo goes perfect with this combo that we have.
I didn't even think about that. Oh yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. The SLS is f***ing huge. Oh, look, next to Mercy.
Mercy looks so
Look tiny. I didn't realize how big this car was. Now, don't forget we're wide body now, so it's not the factory width.
Still.
Bro.
It even looks like taller, like.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're also not lowered, remember that.
True, that is true. But dude, you're gonna get lower than that?
Well, you can, but how am I gonna drive it? Look at the front splitter. He has a lift. I didn't realize how close these liveries, I didn't even think about that. That's really cool.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's the first thing I thought of. When I saw this, I was like, dude, they look almost like the same vibe.
What do you guys think?
I think that you have to go color interior.
These cars, that's a really good idea.
I think you have to go color interior.
But the SLS, there isn't that much in the interior. It's quite small and compact, so actually it probably wouldn't be crazy. I don't know if I want blue though. I've seen Damon have to deal with that, and I would have lost self-tanner, so I don't want to. I could do it. Could do that. Yeah, he just got promoted. You're getting a 991.1 Porsche next.
Let's do it.
This could not turn out better, and we're not done yet. Remember, there's some new things happening to this car. I mentioned 5 times in this video already, so don't go anywhere. Make sure you subscribe right now. Stay on board. Follow along the SLS. And then I want to know, where do we take it? And we've talked about this a lot, and I get it. We've said this, we're going to Texas, and we don't end up doing it. It's because of this goddamn building. But we're making changes so that we're more mobile. We're able to get out there more. This can manage itself. This won't be the big barrier anymore. Thank you for following along and supporting our journey, not only at DD, but also my personal journey with my love for luxury exotics and things like that. It isn't always the norm for the channel. There's a big part of you guys that support it, and I really appreciate that, so thank you. And stay tuned for that merch drop, because Fina Livery merch drop and a Martini merch drop, we're on to something. Take that in with the Auto Allies logo. Damn, I didn't realize how good these cars really look together. I wish Damon was here. He really enjoy this.
Drive right now.
Literally.
Oh, dude, what I'm thinking right now is the second these cars are both done. The Murcielago has a few little issues right now, just an idling issue we're gonna get looked at. Do both these cars, we do a road trip back to Canada with them.
That'd be awesome.
Just go do it, put the miles on. Damon did it recently in the SVJ, but these two cars, could you imagine being in a small town in Washington or whatever, at a gas station, and these things show up? They look like they're supposed to be the trap because they're a legit race kit. That's a legit Lamborghini kit, and that's a legit GT3 kit from Mercedes. More to come. I'm pumped, and again, thank you guys.